Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the battlefield iceberg. So let's get right into it. So today we're going to be talking just about tier 1. Episode 2 is going to be tier 2 and so on and so on. And then eventually I'm going to combine all these videos into one video. So let's get started in tier 1. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is the Battlefield Hardline reload. So let's talk about it. In Battlefield Hardline, there were joke animations. It would be very, very rare. It would be a 1 in 10,000th time, but when you hit that, you felt like the man. I remember once I hit the revolver one, and I thought my game was broken, so I deleted the game and reinstalled it, but later found out that it was just a secret reload. And some of these reloads are using the force, using another arm, um, flipping the, what is it, the RPG thing into the gun, and flipping the revolver, just doing cool, silly stuff, and using your third arm. Pause, but, you know, that's, they're really funny, and I think they're really good, animations. And as we're talking about the secret reloads, Battlefield 1 had some pretty cool secret reloads. Even though it tried to be realistic, it still had some secret reloads. And some of these secret reloads are some of my favorite. Like in the double barrel shotgun, it has a secret reload where it just kinda does the Doom thing. And in one of the LMGs, it cranks it up like a, Frank in the Box. I don't remember what it was called, but I don't know if it was a Joke in the Box or Frank in the Box. I don't remember what it was called, but I just know, like, wind it up thing. So, yeah. The next one is the Phantom Bow in Battlefield 4. This Phantom Bow was a extremely bad weapon, but it was like a secret weapon, like how you had some in Battlefield Hardline. So let's talk about it. And so the way that you could get this Phantom Bow weapon was by completing these challenges in Battlefield 4, but there was an easier way. And then there became a easier way in Operation Outbreak. And the Phantom Bow shot very, very slow. It was not a good gun, but it was a secret gun, and so it just made it rare to have. And so people wanted it because it was rare. It wasn't a good gun, but it was fun to use. The commander role was a way of playing the game of Battlefield. Sadly, it has been left in the past. And it was in Battlefield games such as Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield 2142, and Battlefield 2. And I'm pretty sure there was other one that was in it, but those are all the ones that come out of my head. Pause. And as the commander, you can basically do stuff as bomb things, give loadouts, supply crates, you can EMP different things, and you can scan for enemies for your teammates. I played it on the iPad once before. It's pretty fun, but I don't know, it's really not a Battlefield thing. It is meant to be in Battlefield, but you know what, I'm okay with this game thing passing because it was a little dumb. Battlefield 5 Secret Snowman. So, in Battlefield 5, in the map Narvik, you can build a snowman with the building tool. And as today, we really don't know why they added this, but it was a cool experience as an engineer class to be like, oh, I made a snowman, but it really had no significant role in Battlefield. Mammoth gun, Battlefield, Hardline. So, in real life, this gun is called a elephant gun. And what this gun is basically a secret weapon. You have to unlock it by um, collecting skulls in one of the DLCs. I don't remember what DLC, but it was called. But you had to collect 5 skulls to complete this challenge. It was in one of the DLCs. Don't ask me, I don't know what DLC it was. So let's get into the next secret gun. In Battlefield Hardline, they had one of the coolest secret weapons, Chompy the Gator. Chompy the Gator was basically a melee thing. Didn't really have any projectiles, but it was a very cool melee weapon. And you could get the sick Chompy in the map, Everglades. And this challenge was not no simple challenge. You had to go into a other map and complete a other challenge just to get the chance to unlock this sweet weapon. And then you thought it was done, but then you had to go back in the map Everglades and give it 4 skin rabbits, and then it would pop up. It would eat the rabbits, and then you would get the gator gun or slash chompy. So the next one is only in Battlefield moment. So basically, only in Battlefield is an advertised campaign, or just using the phrase, this can only happen in Battlefield. It's basically an advertised campaign. It was used in Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 5. And yeah, it's a meme. It's just basically part of internet culture at this point. Only in Battlefield is just big explosions, cool weather effects, just cool things that can happen in Battlefield. It's basically just advertisement. The skid loader. The skid loader is basically a vehicle in Battlefield 4. It's like one of those dumb vehicles. It's like a vehicle that's really not meant for battle combat, but it's just like a dumb vehicle to have fun in. It was only in 4 maps in Battlefield 4. As we continue talking about dumb vehicles, the American Dream. The American Dream is a couch that is drivable. It is in the map Dust Bowl, and it could fit up to 4 people in it. It's basically just a dumb vehicle. It's same with the skid rotor. And also, when it's destroyed, it does not respawn back, and it actually has the slowest repair speed in the game. So yeah, it's really not useful. And the origins of this was in an episode of BattleBots, and it was just a placeholder in that episode. Petting the Ranger. In Battlefield 2042, you can pet this dog in Battlefield. Whatever your interact key, you can pet it, and it's a pretty interesting thing. The whale. In Battlefield 5, there's a whale in the map Narvik. It is a background image thing, majigger. It is in Narvik. It is pretty big, and it's very detailed for a background drop. I mean, yeah, it's kind of interesting why it's there, but we have no clues. Levolutions. In Battlefield 3, since Battlefield 2042, there has been levolutions. These are basically pre-scripted destroying things. Like if you hit whatever this radio tower enough, it will just basically have a pre-scripted destruction thing, and these things are really cool. In Siege of Shanghai, it's really bad, but in some cases it's really cool. I remember when it first released in Battlefield 3, I thought this was really cool. I mean, I would just have an RPG grenade and just absolutely just go everywhere. Oh, and also a nuke tube, and just go everywhere and destroy everything for the first month, because I thought that thing was so dope. And I started playing Battlefield and Battlefield 3, so that was the first time I've seen Levolution in video games. So let's talk about the next one. Scrapped multiplayer maps. There's really not that many scrapped multiplayer maps in Battlefield. They don't really talk about maps or just really anything. They make sure that it is playable, but here are some of them. Let's get started. The first one is a map in Battlefield 2142. It's called Northern Mountain. We still have no idea why it was scrapped, but it was scrapped. And then the next one is Omaha Desert. We heard this map was scrapped because it was way too generic and it just didn't have enough features for a Battlefield 3 map. And then in Battlefield 4 you have Siege of Shanghai, and then Runaway something, I forgot what it was called. But these maps were actually playable at first, but then got scrapped because they were obligated to have it on Xbox 360, PS3, and they did not, play that good because they were apparently way too big and it just wasn't fun for the Battlefield players that were still on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. You know what? It's kind of insane that Battlefield 4 was on Xbox 360 and PS4. Well, this is the end of episode 1. Let's get into episode 2.